Hey Bridgeway, Gary Coyle here, your Director of InReach here at Bridgeway Community Church. And I wanted to share with you some of the things that are going on at Bridgeway. It's vacation season. Some of you may be away this particular Sunday, and so I just wanted to give you some of the highlights of what's going on. You can check out the full community news listing. And of course, if you're in service, you'll hear some of these briefly. But let me just unpack a few things for you. I want to talk first about our young adults ministry Leverage, mostly for people college career age 18 to 25, and they are up and running and doing some cool things. They've got a summer camping trip coming up, and that's going to be on July 9th and 10th. You can get all the details on the city. Early bird rate by July 1st is only $25, so check that out on the city and spend some time hanging out with, having fellowship with, and doing some outdoor activities with our young adults ministry. They also anticipate going to the Passion Conference next January. They want to encourage us to sign up early for that in order to get an early bird rate. Now that one's a little pricier, $288. You can get the details of that on the city. So if you go on the plaza, you'll be able to catch all of these events that we're chatting about. Well, Bridge Kids is doing some cool stuff as well. Their creative arts ministry within the context of Bridge Kids is doing a production, a free production that's going to be available to us on Saturday, July 9th. So hope that you'll come out Saturday, July 9th, 2 showings, 1 o'clock and then again at 4 o'clock, this called The Great Escape. So let's come and cheer on our young people as they give this presentation to us. I'm sure that's going to be a great thing. The day after that, on July 10th, we're going to have baptisms right in services at 8, 10, and 12. I have the privilege of speaking that morning on baptism and communion, and we're going to practice both of those ordinances right in service. If you'd be interested in being baptized on July 10th, your one opportunity to come to a class on that and get in the lineup there is this Sunday, June 26th. At 8 a.m. over in the Ministry Center. We have only a limited number of people that we can baptize that morning, but if you're interested in that, come on over to the Ministry Center at 8 a.m. and we'll go through the teaching and see if we have room for you in the service of your choice. So that's going to be on July 10th. Also, probably on July 10th, a new service is being launched here at Bridgeway. It's an online service that's going to be on Sunday evenings at 6 o'clock. And you'll hear more about that coming up. But think about being able to watch service on the Sunday evening, engage in the chat room so you can practice some of the one another's while you're doing that as well. Well, if you're a person who wants to have influence, we would suggest to you that you get some leadership training at the Global Leadership Summit that we host. We're hosting it here at Bridgeway on August 11th and 12th. That's a Thursday, Friday. This is a live simulcast from Chicago. Willow Creek Association puts on this conference. World-renowned speakers come and help train us on leadership. We'll have hundreds here in the theater watching this. Special Bridgeway rate. This is like a $200 plus event, but special Bridgeway rate until July 11th, it's only $89. After that, it goes up to $119. We would encourage you to go to bridgeway.cc/GLS. That's for Global Leadership Summit, and get registered for this. This is going to be a really great thing. Well, if you are like me, you really have enjoyed Wednesday Night Alive. We're down on Wednesday Night Alive and Youth Alive for the summer, but that doesn't mean that our elders aren't still gathering together for prayer. So we want to encourage you to come on out on Wednesdays, 7 to 9 p.m. over at the Ministry Center. Join our elders for a time of prayer. So we would encourage you on that. Well, are you considering partnership at Bridgeway? Well, BCC 101 is your first step. About 20% of the people who call Bridgeway home actually engage in partnership. Clearly, if you want to lead in a ministry or teach in a ministry, you have to be a partner. It just increases your covenant commitment level with the church, and we certainly encourage it. It's a great process in your discipleship growth. And so the first step being BCC 101, that's taught every first and third Sunday at 10 a.m. over at the Ministry Center. So on July the 3rd, we're going to have that class taught over at the Ministry Center at 10 a.m. Another step along the way there is going to be BCC 201, which is our partnership download. I teach that this Sunday at 9:30 to noon over at the Ministry Center. We'd love to have you come. Just show up. Just come to that. After you complete those two, we like you to go through the SHAPE seminar. This is how you find out your ministry fit, how you fit ministry based on an assessment of your spiritual gifts, your personality, your experience. And Pastor Dan teaches that. It's an all-day seminar. Now, he's teaching this next on July 2nd. So on Saturday, July 2nd, still room in that class. If you're here on the holiday weekend, you want to knock out the SHAPE seminar, we would encourage you to sign up and register for that. Well, some things that are going on in the outreach department. You heard Pastor share a little bit about the Peru trip. You want to get a more detailed report on that? There's going to be an interest meeting and report meeting on July 10th. So on Sunday, July 10th at 10:15 over at the Ministry Center, you could find out more details on that. Now, the last thing I'll share with you is there's a adoption informational meeting or foster care informational meeting. So if you're interested in maybe extending love, building bridges with the community, building bridges with a child that needs support through the foster care system, there's an informational meeting on that on Thursday, July 14th. That also in the Ministry Center at 6:30 p.m. That's pretty much it for the community news. All the details on this can be found on the City Plaza, but I at least wanted to give you a face-to-face and unpack these for you, because as you know, we don't take 5 or 6 minutes in a service time to unpack all of these, so I wanted to do them via video. Okay, Bridgeway, thanks, and we'll see you this Sunday as we kick off a new series. Sandy Pope is going to be sharing with us about the gospel as we do an examination of ourselves to see if we're of the faith over the next 7 weeks of this summer. And we're kicking it off this Sunday with Sandy Pope. We'll see you on Sunday.